And the first thing we're going to look at is the trachea, which we were talking about in the lecture yesterday, right? And you'll see your tracheal rings here. So what you want to do, not sure if my hand's in the way there, not sure how I can do it without my hands being in the way, but very carefully snip between two tracheal rings. Snip again between two tracheal rings. Put your scissors in that opening now and connect the two openings. Just open that up, and then you can see the internal structure. And you'll notice that the posterior surface is without cartilage, like we talked about in the lecture yesterday. The rings are only C-shaped. Another easy one to do, and you'll do the same thing with your shark and mud puppy, is going to be the stomach. And so we're going to come in at the greater curvature, one snip, two snips, and then stick your scissors in the lumen and connect the two cuts. And that allows you to open this up. Now, our little rat here is full of rat chow, and unfortunately that's going to be the case with some of them, and you'll have to clean that out, but you'll see this elevation here, which is the ruga, or the mucosa. Now, in terms of the small intestine, let's see if it makes a difference. I'm not sure the guy this small will. But same thing, you just don't want to cut all the way across so you don't damage the small intestine. We'll make two snips, come in, connect the two, fold it open, and you can do this if you want to. This animal's so small it's hard to see really well, but you'll get like a textural feel for all these little nubby things here. It's kind of like looking at the little nubs on a felt on a pool table, and those are the villi. All right, so the hard ones to open up are going to be the heart and the kidney. So here's our heart, right? We can see the right auricle of the right atrium. Oops. And over here, you can see the left auricle of the left atrium. The point to the heart is called the apex. Let's see, got a little work to do down here. And what we're going to do is cut right through the apex of the heart back towards the great vessels. So the heart's going to open and close like a book. We only are going to use one scalpel for this. We'll just share it throughout the lab because it's really not a lot of work. So you start to make your little slice through there, and it may be a bit of a challenge because it's pretty dense. And a lot of times this will be rich in latex. So as we open it up, and now we can see it. Here we can see in pink is going to be the right ventricle, and there's our left ventricle. And that's really about all we can see on this little guy. Not a lot to the heart that you can see. And then on the kidney, only on one side, but we're going to do the same thing. We're going to come along the convex outer surface, slicing towards the hilus. And then we just fold that back. And now you can see the internal structure of the kidney. You'll see the medulla versus the cortex. The cortex and medulla border has kind of a scalloped look to it. Those are the base of what we're going to learn called medullary renal pyramids. So there's the cortex, there's the medulla, there's the pelvis. And that's about it for your cuts. Now looking at the blood vessels that we can